In factorization, so we had our first one, which was a common factor. Then we had our second one, which was a difference of two squares. Third one was a trinomial, and now we had our fourth one, grouping. Now, with grouping, it sometimes gets difficult. So my big question is, what has the most in common? Now, grouping can either be, they can already be like started grouping, like this one. So now we have two terms, or it can have four terms. So it depends on where it is, and sometimes you can get 5 terms, which will take a bracket like of 2 terms and a bracket of 3 terms. Okay, so for this one, we're going to take what is most in common. So these ones already have brackets. So now this is kind of step 2 of trinomial. Now, this one, I see these two brackets are exactly the same. So I'm going to group them together, and whatever is in front of them, I'm going to have together. So now I'm going to say one bracket is 2a minus 5b, and my second bracket will be 3x minus 2y. Okay, and that is grouping. Done. So now this one give a bit more steps. So now I'm asking what has the most in common. So over here I see that there is a cubed and an a squared and just an a. So of those, the ones that has most in common is these two, and then I have these two. So I'm going to write my first two in. I'm going to say it's a cubed minus 3a squared. Now for my second one, I'm only going to write the terms without writing my signs. Now at the end, I want a positive 12 and a negative 4a. Now I need to think what's going to give me that sign. The only way I'm going to get a negative 4a is if this sign is a negative. Now, what times negative will give me a positive? A negative. Okay. Do you see the danger of those signs? And that's why I first write my numbers and then I go to my signs. Okay. Now my next question is, what can I take out? And my first one, I can take out a squared. And that's the most I can take out, and what I'm left with is a, because a cubed divided by a squared would leave me with a, and 3a squared divided by a squared would give me 3. Now I look at my second one, I can take 4 out maximum. So then I'm left with a minus 3. Okay, now I refer back to this top one we did. Do you see it's in exactly the same format as what we started there? So we're going to do the same thing. These two brackets looks exactly the same, meaning I'm going to put them together, saying it's a minus 3. And then these two look the same, so I'm going to group them together, saying it would be a squared minus 4. And the way I write them, like whether it's this bracket first or this bracket first, it doesn't matter. Okay, but now I see like, okay, I'm going through my questions. 1, is there something I can take out? No, there's not. Is there a difference of 2 squares? Definitely. So now I'm bringing this bracket down because I'm not doing anything with it. Now difference of 2 squares, I know I'm going to have 2 brackets. One is going to be positive and one is going to be negative, always. Okay, ooh. Then I'm going to say, I'm going to square these two, square this one. So it's going to be a, what I do on the one side, I do on the other side, and this is going to be 2. Okay, now is there anything I can take out? Difference of 2 squares, trinomial or grouping, and if I say no, then I draw my little arrow, meaning I am finished.